Guys, it was like a joke. Like, it was like a joke, guys. Like, ilikuwa joke. Like, it's something that huwezi believe. Hata wewe mwenyewe ukaona, like, hauwezi believe, like, human beings can actually turn to animals. Like, guys, like, mimi, I remember, like, we didn't want to move out, but because, remember, sisi ni wageni, hatukuwa tunataka kuenda. So people kept living their houses. They keep leaving their houses. Kama ni kuharvest, wana harvest mahindi zao. Like, and for us, we kept ignoring this way. We kept ignoring in that area that we were living. Hatukuwa tumetoka until, cause hiyo place ni milima na mabonde hivi, like ni Rift Valley wenye wanasemanga. So uko juu unaona kuna ni kama mountain, uko juu watu wanaishi kwa hiyo mountain. And then we used to see at night fire, moshi, guys, moshi, like people were burning, like kulikuanga na manduru, like mungekuja kwa nyumba yenyu mpatoe. Maybe mimi I used to hear those stories. Maybe ati kwa kwenyu kuna kijana, baba yako, like wote wanakuja wanakatakatwa. Guys, imagine it's true, like these things happened. Like what. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Miss Foy. I am back with another interesting video, guys, and this video is going to be a story time video, guys. Like I've just done this makeup to come and give you the story time, guys. You see how important you are to me. So if you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing to this channel. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. Aki, guys, we are growing. Tuna grow. We are growing, guys, and I'm so excited, guys. Like, thank you so much for everyone that have chosen to subscribe to this channel. So, guys, yes, I said it's a story time video. I want to tell you guys, like, what I went through, like how I became a refugee in my own country, guys. Yes, that's what I want to tell you. And the reason behind it is the clashes that 2007. You know, whatever you know, clashes that 2007, like whatever happened, it happened in Kenya. Like, we all, blood was spilled, guys. Like, people were burned, houses were burned, properties were being destroyed. Like, guys, I saw all that. And imagine, like, I have been talking about this story. I've been telling my friend this story, and I wanted to share with you guys, like, how we manage our whatever happened to us when tulikuanga hizo sides za Rift Valley. Yeah. So, guys, it happened like this. So my grandfather bought a piece of land in Molo, but not Molo town, like uko ndani place inaitwa Kawira, that is where even now he lives. Like, and then by that time, like, I think my mom was struggling financially to raise me and my sister by that time. And then my grandfather akaona baada mtoto wake ateseke na watoto huko Nairobi, si wacha amchukue na while amebai shamba kubwa huko, so we can go and live there. So for us, vitu zetu zilikuja zikachukuliwa, tukahama sisi wote. And then tulikuwa kwa kirori kile kenye kinakuanga na driver side na tani boy side. So as kids tulikaa huko, and then the adult walika, I don't know where they were, but we slept. The journey was so tiring. It was so tiresome. Me, I remember. And then fast forward, we got there. Like, life was so hard, guys. Like, life was so hard at that time. Like, mimi sijawahiona shida kama hiyo. Like, I have never seen poverty like that, like mashida. Oh my goodness. And I think that's the only experience that mimi who remember vividly, like the separation that I had, because I wasn't a kid, ndio nilikuwa nakuja kujijua. So it happened. Ndio tulikuwa tuna try kunini, tulikuwa tuna try like kufitting to know like how people wanapandanga, how they harvest, like twageragea kumenya imera ciake cia kuria guthiaga no ithuĩ tumite Gatundu, like Gatundu like central, you know, like there is everything, like kuna kimera ya everything. So shock on us uko like you could only like maize unapanda maize mwezi wa 4 mna harvest sijui ni September na uko November, like uko December ndio mahindi zilikuwa zina harvestiwa, and I don't know why hizo maize zilikuwa zina take time hivyo. Guys, I am telling you, like, oh my goodness, like we did not know how to farm in that place. Like we had no food. Like for the past, like the first few years that we lived there, guys, it was so hell. Like I remember it was so hell that we could go. Sometimes we could go even with 1 meal, 1 meal a day. Imagine, guys, like 1 meal a day, and natuka ocha. So what we used to do ni kubuy mahindi from other people wenye ni wa huko. We used to buy maize so that tunaweza enda kupeleka kwa kisiagi tusiagishe ikwe nini unga, cause most of the food that you unaweza kula huko ndio survive ni ugali, ndio usikie umeshiba, cause huko first of all unalima, kuna baridi, the place was so cold. Mimi hata sijawahi experience cold kama hiyo. Imagine now when Nairobi ni cold, like hiyo kila time, most of the time like ilikuwa inakuwa cold hadi ukiamka kwenda shule asubuhi it was foggy. Oh my goodness, guys. So fast forward, like we managed, I went to school, like, and I tried to fit in the village life, and then tukafika sasa election time came. Oh my goodness, how ni watu wonile kaka. Yeah, election time come, here we are suffering. Actually we are suffering, we haven't settled, hatuja settle, like we know nothing about this place. Alafu tena 207 nini clashes zinakuja, nyinyi ni wageni, inabidi tena ati mchukue vitu zenyu mhame. Like mume build a house, because I remember my grandfather built a house, and it wasn't a big house, like a 2-bedroom house, na ilikuwa ya mawe. So watu walikuwa wanaona like we are rich. Wow, ni akina nani rich people wamekuja kujenga nyumba ya mawe huko, cause huko hakukuanga na nyumba ya mawe, guys. Huko kulikuanga na manyumba za matope alafu nyasi juu ama iron sheets. So like we were definitely tulikuwa tu watu strange people, you know. Watu wametoka na okay, for me, mimi ndio nilikuwa nimetoka Nairobi, like the rest walikuwa wametoka nini, walikuwa wametoka Ocha, walikuwa naishi Ocha hapa Gatundu. So guys, like life was so hard there. And then 207 came August. I think it was on 207 came August, ile time yenye sasa election. Guys, it was like a joke. Like it was like a joke, guys. Like ilikuwa joke. Like it's something that huwezi believe. Hata wewe mwenyewe ukaona like hauwezi believe like human beings can actually turn to animals. Like guys, like mimi I remember like we didn't want to move out, but because remember sisi ni wageni, hatuko tunataka kuenda. So people kept living their houses. They keep leaving their houses. Kama ni kuharvest, wana harvest mahindi zao. Like, and for us we kept ignoring this way. We kept ignoring in that area that we were living, hatuko tumetoka until cause hiyo place ni milima na mabonde hivi, like ni Rift Valley wenye wanasemanga. So uko juu unaona kuna ni kama mountain, uko juu watu wanaishi kwa hiyo mountain, and then we used to see at night fire, moshi, guys, moshi, like people were burning, like kulikuanga na manduru, like mungekuja kwa nyumba yenyu mpatoe maybe mimi I used to hear those story, maybe ati kwa kwenyu kuna kijana baba yako like wote wanakuja wanakatakatwa. Guys, imagine it's true, like these things happened. Wanakuja wanakatakatwa, the boys and the men like wanatolewa cause walikuwa wanajulikana like ndio the future warriors yeyo time yenye itakuja. So they guys, mimi I remember sasa ikafika time yenye tuli decide sasa ni tuhepe. You know, in those places you have to have a donkey. For us, we didn't have a donkey. So tufanye nini? Ni ubebe tunguo twako na gunia, and na gunia mumeacha manguo, mumeacha mnabeba tu manguo, whatever you can carry, only clothes. And then we walked, guys. We really walked. Imagine utembee kutoka Nairobi town hadi, what will I say, hadi Nyeri. Hata Nyeri ni mbali. Hadi Karatina utembee miguu, and you are a child, umebeba mamizigo. Oh my goodness, like that life was so hard. Mimi nakumbukanga hiyo story and niko like, oh my god, if I went through that and I came out strong, hey, mimi hakuna situation in this life that inaweza nifanya my heart. Guys, nakwambia tulitembea, we were so many people leaving their home back, like going to a place that you don't know. Luckily for us, my grandfather mwenye alikuwa amemuuzia shamba was just living Molo Town. So we went to Molo Town to his house because my grandfather hakuwa anajua kwenye ataenda. So we went to the person that aliuzia hiyo shamba, we lived there. And then unajua hii place yenye you go kwa watu wenye upika saa 5 sapa. Si tumezoea ona huko kukula like on time, like tulikuwa na timetable, mnakula mnalala ndio the next morning muweze kuamka muende shule. So tuliacha hadi shule, guys, like we left school, like I think nilisomea tu, hata sikusoma sana, nilisoma tu up to January in that school to hapo August. Alafu hiyo time nyingine like we were like hatukuenda, like third term tulienda in another school. So I went in another school tayari. Hiyo nime fast forward because there's a lot of story there. So we fast forward there, we went and lived to those people's house. Like it was so difficult for us such that my grandfather akaambia huo mzee juu alikuwa na ploti in a place called Tayari in Molo Town. Akamwambia anaweza jenga tu nyumba hapo, alafu anaweza tukondesha like 2 of the houses, and that's where we went to live. Tukaishi hapo, and then life was so hard there. We went to school, tuliingia shule nyingine, like hata hiyo shule wako wanataka tu, as in walituambia tu tuingie shule even if you don't have books, you don't have a uniform, awako wanakufukuza just because you don't have uniform. Unasoma na zile uniform zenye ulikuwa unasoma tu from your previously school. So tukaenda tukaishi huko like life became so hard. Ndio hawa sasa sisi tumetoka kwa village tumekuja tena kwa town you don't have money, town you don't have a farm to farm, like amna chakula, guys. I remember there is this time there was a neighbor mwenye alikuanga na punda. So we used to go, mimi kwanza, like guys, siwezi lala njaa. Mimi nakwambia we used to go with the neighbor to get some warus kwa farm za watu, guys. Farm watu waliacha wakaenda, like guys, tulikuwa tunaenda like it was a village, unapata hakuna watu, like people left their farms, people left their crops, hawaku harvest, like people gave up everything to run away for their life because it wasn't a joke, guys. Mnasikia dile kesi yenye sijui nani aduliwa kwa barabara, and then the people that were burned in church. It was so true, guys, like people were getting burned. Wow, wow, wow. So for us we had to find a way to survive. So sisi tulikuwa tunaenda kwa mashamba za watu. Tukiokota it's not kuokota actually, tukichimbua waru za wenyewe na tukibebanga mahindi za wenyewe wenye waliacha mashamba zao. Oh my goodness. And we used to walk distance. Like we could walk like from town like to Thika, where we are going to harvest the warus and the maize. And then these warus would come, tunazipack and then tunaziuza. I remember oh my goodness, I remember like how I used to miss school most of the time, like class 8 hata nilishanga nilipita because I used to miss school. Like oh my god. Hey, ni hizo mashida hata sasa ndio nimezinunua. Like we were living like hadi kwa aid like kusaidiwa, tuko tunasaidiwa like you said, like walikuwa na kama wanatusaidia na unga, like you had to panga line guys, like lazima ungepanga line, unapanga line for you to receive food. Na remember wewe mwenye unaomba unaenda ku receive your food umeacha your acres of land, your good home to come and fight for food. Like that life was so hard guys. Like hiyo maisha ilikuwa hard. Mimi nakwambia hata nimeacha some details that I don't want, sitaki history ikuwe refu. So we survived. I remember we used to go sasa tunaenda Ocha ku take food from my grandfather. My grandfather alikuwa like oh my goodness, like he life hawezi kushitao like, and there's nothing, there's no work, there's no income, so ilibidi tu yeye arudi kwenye we used to live. And then when kwenye tulifukuzwa sasa, alienda like the whole roof yote haikuwa na mabati zimetolewa, milango, like nyumba imeachwa tu a structure like that. And he went, tulikuwa tumejenga nyumba ingine hapo ya mbao mbili, so he went and lived there with a friend mwenye sasa ameishi huko sana. Ndio alikuwa sana anamuonesha like venye kunaendanga, like how he can farm for him to, or for us to get food, because it was so difficult guys. Like tulikuwa tunaenda tunatembea, like we were 3, like us 3 we used to tembea, like we used to tembea distant guy kuendea food, like tulikuwa tunaendea food. Hey, oh my goodness, like that life. Hey, that life, even if mnavote like msitake vita ingine itokee, because people suffer. Like wewe ukiwa hapa Nairobi, maybe you know suffering like as such, but people who are there back in the village, like they really suffer. Watu wenye wako huko ndio wana suffer. Mimi I saw the sufferation in my tukulukulu wise. So fast forward, I finished school at Tayari Primary School. If anyone is watching my video from that school, like naweza taka sana kuongea na hao watu wa hiyo shule, cause for us we were those poor kids. Ushaisikia poor kids? Like we were those poor kids that I wange afford like breakfast, like lunch. Like lunch ulukunaenda ujakula breakfast, ujakula lunch, sapa ndio tu nakula, na sapa ni hiyo ugali na sukuma. Like that is what we could afford at that time. Oh my god. And when I look back at things and now, enyewe unateriwa kioroma kuraihu. Like watu wametoka mbali. Like for me, like watu kutoka mbali, like ukituona huko Nairobi tuna slay. We are living the life that we wanted as kids. Like some of us hawakuwa so that privileged to live a life like the one that we are working hard to live, and that's why poverty is the enemy of progress. Mimi siwezi taka kuona shida. Mimi tangu that time, let me tell you guys, since that time, Mimi, I hated poverty, guys. I really hated Mimi, I hated poverty. Shida. Mimi nachukia shida watu. Because I have seen it in my own eyes. I have felt it. I have experienced it. I know how it goes to go like a day even without food, like not eating a balanced diet, not having money to buy your sanitary towels, not like hata ni Mungu, by the way, hata ni Mungu sana. I started receiving my period after nimekuja sasa Nairobi to my mom. Like venye tu nilitokanga tu nini December, January nimekuja ndio nikaanza period. Mimi na imagine ningeanza period nikiwa hiyo shago ningefanya nini? Like Mimi, I never wanted to live that kind of life, and that's like hadi nikimaliza class 8. And then your environment ilinifanya nikuwe so rebellious, because I was such a rebellious kid. I remember hata hiyo time tulimaliza KCSE, like my grandfather alikuwa ananiambia nirudi Ocha huko kwenye tulifukuzwa. And then I was like, no, Mimi, I'm going direct to Nairobi to my mom. Mimi sirudi huko. And then akaniconvince, akacheza na psychology yangu, akaniconvince. I went there. After I went there, kwanza alinipiganga kislap. Niliyekeanga slap because my grandfather alikuwa anaamini like how am I like nimekuwa aje rebellious because I was such a good kid. But for Mimi, I was like, Mimi, I am done suffering. Hey, I would rather go to Nairobi and suffer with my mom and not suffer here alone, because hata kama I was with my mom by that time, even if she wasn't financially stable, siko bado nimesuffer the way I have suffered here. Hey, I was like, when I'm done with KCPE, like Mimi, munitupe Nairobi siishi huku. So finally my grandfather can convince, nikaenda home, akanigonga hiko kislab, nikaishiishi, and he made sure nilishiishi, akanifanya nilime. Hey, my grandfather ni wale wa koloni wa kitambo. Akanifanya nilime like in December, like ile time December inaenda kuisha ndio ananiingisha basi ya kukuja Nairobi. Like Mimi, I came to Nairobi, and that's how I lived my 2 years. Na hizo ndio 2 years like the zenye nakumbukanga in my childhood, like the sufferation that I went through. Hey. Mimi siwezi taka kuona shida kama hiyo tena. If I see poverty, I run. Like I run. I'm telling you, the motivation is poverty. But all in all, I thank God, like I really thank God, like I went all through that, because hiyo ndio kitu build to be who I am, like because even if I get things, like I remember whatever I went through, and then like those experiences, like those you motivate for me to be the best person that I am, for me to go for my goals, cause I cannot want that kind of life. Siwezi taka life kama hiyo. Never. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. If you have enjoyed the video, kindly don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and like this video. I love you guys. Bye bye, and thank you for watching, my darlings. I hope nimewapatia hii story vizuri, because kupeana story ni kazi. Ngaza kidogo. Kupeana story ni kazi watu. So bye bye, go happy. See you on the next one and see how cute I am. Cheers.